Now, questions from standing water bodies have been appearing consistently in the past 4 to 5 years. For a question which UPSC is repeating again and again with every passing year, it is a crime to not prepare that topic wholeheartedly. Now we have divided this into two sub themes, जहां पे आपको अपने लास्ट वीक का जो भी पढ़ाई है, जो भी रिवीजन है, इन्हीं तीन एस्पेक्ट्स पे ही फोकस करके रिवाइज कर सकते हैं. On 16th June 2024 at 6 p.m., you would be having three kind of aspirants or students who would get out of the UPSC Prelims room. एक कोहॉर्ट वैसा होगा जो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट होगा क्लियर हो ही रहा है प्रीलिम्स. Then there will be another set of students, those who would be very confident that they are not clearing the prelims. And there will be a third set, which will be a majority set, जो कि border पे होंगे. And they would be betting their bets on what is the cutoff going to be. तो उसके कट ऑफ डिसाइड करने के चक्कर में उनका नेक्स्ट 1 month निकलेगा, एंड दैट इज व्हाट विल हैम्पर देयर प्रिपरेशन ऑफ मेंस. Now you stay on the border or you clear confidently will be decided by your approach or the approach to your revision in the last 1 week, and that will depend on how well are you versed and how well you have read the micro themes. In the last video, we have talked extensively about micro themes and how to select a particular micro theme from a theme. Today, we will be taking one more theme, that is the standing water bodies. Now, questions from standing water bodies have been appearing consistently in the past 4 to 5 years. And as and when I have mentored students, one thing which I came across is this is often left by the students और एक random guess लेते हैं इसमें. There's always a confusion. Now, for a question which UPSC is repeating again and again with every passing year, it is a crime to not prepare that topic wholeheartedly. So we will be delving into this particular topic and see the various aspects and the theme, sub-themes and micro-themes which we should focus our concentration upon. Now you can see in standing water bodies there has been one question every year from the past 5 years. Now we have divided this into two sub-themes. Standing water bodies means still water bodies, the water bodies which are not flowing. In the last video, we discussed about the flowing water system. Those are the rivers. Now we will discuss about standing water bodies. Now these have been divided into two sub-themes. First is reservoir and dams. This is the human-made creatures, human-made structures. Then the second aspect is lakes and wetlands. तो ये रहा आपका theme, ये sub-theme. How do you get into the third aspect and the most important aspect in this last week? So we have divided this into 3 micro themes for you, जहां पे आपको अपने लास्ट वीक का जो भी पढ़ाई है, जो भी रिवीजन है, इन्हीं 3 एस्पेक्ट्स पे ही फोकस करके रिवाइज कर सकते हैं. You can see one question each year comes from either of these micro themes. जैसे फर्स्ट माइक्रो थीम इज लोकेशन. जैसे आपको कोई रिजर्वायर, डैम या लेक या वेटलैंड दे रहा है तो वो किस स्टेट में लोकेटेड है. इट्स अ वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन व्हिच कम्स फ्रॉम दीज टू एस्पेक्ट्स. दैट इज व्हाई इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू टारगेट दीज टू. Second, type identification. By type identification, I mean UPSC asks you to identify whether a particular lake is man-made or natural, whether a particular lake is fresh water, saline water, or brackish water. And the third aspect, which we usually put in the level 3 or level 3 of difficulty category, higher difficulty category, that is what is the connected river or the river which feeds into these standing water bodies. But once you are aware of this particular micro theme, you will be better prepared for appearing such types of questions. Now we are going to see how UPSC has constructed its question around these themes, sub-themes and micro-themes. So first sub-theme is reservoir and dams. Now if you see in 2022, the question was on location and state-specific location. The question asks you how many of these following pairs are correct. and it gives you reservoirs, Ghatprabha, Gandhi Sagar, Indira Sagar and Maithon. You have to just identify the states. It becomes very easier if you take a paper and just fill up these 3 columns and just give it a glance once a day or twice a day for the last 2-3 days. Then if we see, in 2019, the question had come on identification of particular names, which is again what is common to the places known as Aliar, Isapur and Kangsabati. Now the thing which is common to all these 3 is water reservoirs. So this is basically asking you to identify. Before that, it came long back in 2010, which of this connected river to the particular dam or lake. Now post 2010, the question made a repeat, or it came back into vogue in 2019 and 2022. So this becomes very important कि in the present circumstances and way the UPSC is structuring its paper, there is a high probability that questions will appear from this topic. Next, we move to the second sub-theme, that is lakes and wetlands. So 2022, the question was again location specific. It gave you a list of wetland and lakes and asked you to identify the location or the state in which those wetlands are present. Then again there was in 2021 again an identification question where it asks you to identify the saline lakes. In 2018, similarly there was a question on identification again. So it's not that difficult if you know in any book you pick up, whatever material you are following, the first thing, the first statement you will read about any particular lake when you go through a book is what kind of lake it is. And that is the first line is your UPSC Prelims ka 2 marks. Which one of the following is an artificial lake? So you have to identify which of these is artificial or natural. Before that, in 2014, it asked a question on connected rivers. So essentially, if you see, questions on the connected rivers with respect to lakes came prior to 2015. In the present times, the focus is more on identification and which state it is located. Now, attempting a question from this particular area or revising this particular topics related to lakes, wetlands, reservoirs and dams becomes very easy when you're aware of the associated micro themes. So now when you start reading this particular portion, this particular topic on standing water bodies, you revise your old materials. Do not go for any new materials or Google search. Read your old materials, what you have been studying. Make a table and just fill it up with one word. Whenever you get time, give a glance through it. This is how we are going to approach these topics and all the micro themes which we will be taking up in the coming sessions. Thank you.